You know, Earth is pretty shit, isn't it? Seems like all we do nowadays is complain, complain, and complain about the world. But I'll be honest though, being born human on Earth has gotta be the riskiest gacha gamble of all time. You could either be living in a lavish mansion in the green fields of England, drinking tea and crumpets with your rich parents who love you, or you could be born in North Korea. Those are pretty much your only options. So that being the case, it's not hard to see why people turn to fiction in a desperate effort to escape the shitty world we live in, even if it's just for a few hours out of the week. But I see things differently. Sometimes when I'm watching a good show with a fantastical, magical, and quite frankly a spectacular world, I think, yeah, maybe living in our world isn't so bad. But then I look at how many of my viewers are actually subscribers and I just can't. Please subscribe. I'm begging you. I need my life to mean something. I gotta see small channel number go up. And if you're already subbed. Oh, thanks, man. But getting back to the point, one such show that made me appreciate just being lucky enough to be born on Earth is Naruto. I grew up watching Naruto, and even as a kid, I knew that living in the Leaf Village has got to be one of the most terrifying existences imaginable. People like to fantasize about being that dude, saving the world from alien space goddesses with vagina eyelids alongside Naruto and Sasuke. But let's be realistic about this. If you lived in Konoha, you're not gonna be Naruto or Sasuke. You're just some random regular dude with zero plot armor. You're dead. All it's gonna take is for one bad day where you're going to be relaxed, carefree on a C rank mission, just walking an old man around, vibing, talking, and just overall having a good time. And then all of a sudden, you randomly encounter some elite Jonin level threat out of nowhere. You're just dead. No way around it. And let's say you decide not to be a ninja and just live a peaceful life in the hidden Leaf Village. You've got to be out of your goddamn mind if you think for a second Konoha would be a safe place to live. The Leaf Village has been invaded, attacked, and practically straight up fucking nuked one time. It's a wrap, boys. I've said all that needs to be said about this godforsaken village. And if you still think it's worth it to try living in this literal war zone of a country, then you seriously need help. Next up is Detective Conan. Now you might be thinking, Minsky, ain't this just normal modern day Japan? I love Japan. How is it any different? And to that I say, there is a massive difference. All it should take for you to understand why living in the Detective Conan universe would be f***ing terrifying is just watching a couple episodes. Murder is more common in Japan than stinky Berserk fans at Anime Expo. Like, one of the only reasons why people would want to live in Japan, apart from being degenerate weebs, is because this country is the safest country on Earth, aka murder-free, zero murders. You'd have to be the luckiest man alive to go through a single week living in Baker City, Japan, and not randomly stumble across a corpse out of nowhere. And that's if you're lucky enough not to be the f***ing corpse yourself. Just for some fake elementary school student to find you and deduce who your killer is, who's probably knowing the show, some random dumbass filler episode motive like your best friend's been holding a grudge on you for decades because you still owed him $16. Speaking of money, I guess the silver lining here is that since murder is so common, property value in this city has got to be lower than my faith in humanity. Next up, Gotham. If you thought Baker City from Case Closed was bad, God, I think we all know how awful it must be living in Gotham City. At least in the case for Detective Conan, you could argue that it's at least a nice, scenic, and beautiful city in Japan, with sunshine and rainbows and nice restaurants and top-tier anime waifus. But Gotham? Dirt cheap housing. You'd have to pay me a yearly salary daily if you wanted me to even consider living in this city. First of all, it's gotta be stinky. It's got trash, rats, and homeless people everywhere. That shit gotta stink. Second of all, daily mass genocide. Living in Gotham has got to be like living in an active war zone. all due to the hands of absolute maniacs like the Joker, who's been in and out of prison more than you've been in and out of high school. Cause for some reason, no matter how many times this man has killed, no matter how many schools or hospitals he blows up, no matter how many people he gasses with his secret e-girl gamer fart gas, Batman will refuse to kill him. Hell, even the Gotham prison system refuses to kill the Joker. Like, how many times does this man have to escape Arkham? How many people does this man need to kill, torture, rape, and rob for people to just say, yeah, we got no choice on this one? And Joker ain't even close to the only murderous psychopath in Gotham. There's Bane, the Riddler, who'd probably murder your ass if it meant a couple donations on Bigo or wherever the f they allow him to stream. Killer Croc, Two-Face, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, Hush, Scarecrow, Polka Dot Man, Kite Man, Condiment King. Next up, Goblin Slayer. Yeah, let's just move on before this video gets demonetized. Next up, we got Pokemon. Now, I know I got some brainless zoomers and nostalgic boomers watching who, if they were given the chance, by God, to isekai themselves into any anime world, they'd choose Pokemon in a heartbeat. They're probably fantasizing about going on adventures, catching Pokemon, and being surrounded by the most awesome creatures ever thought of in fiction. But what they fail to realize is, what they're actually surrounded by are the most dangerous killing machines on the planet. Just because nobody ever dies in the anime doesn't mean you're safe. Humans in this world have gotta be goddamn Pokemon themselves in order for any of them to survive horrifying shit like this. Or this. Or this. There's no doubt about it in my mind. If you're just a regular ass human in this world, you're not surviving any of that. And even if you could, why would you ever want to subject yourself to torture like that? I don't know about y'all, but I'd rather not get electrocuted, burned alive, or blasted away on a daily basis. Last but not least, we got Dr. Stone. In case I got some newly reformed normies to anime, or if you've just never seen Dr. Stone, it's basically an anime about some high school super genius with broccoli for hair getting reborn into the world millions of years later right into a new Stone Age. Now, right off the bat, unless you're some sort of survivalist wildlife expert like Bear Grylls, you really have no chance surviving a week living out in the wilderness. Like, no average modern day person, let alone a dirty weeb, knows how to do basic wildlife shit, like start a fire, or hunt, or fish, or give yourself birch enemas, I don't know, whatever the fuck Bear Grylls was getting himself up to. And let's say you get lucky and come across some sort of prehistoric civilization ruled by cavemen. Now, you finally have the chance to fulfill your dreams, to rebuild society from the ground up. Oh golly geez, where should I start? Where do I start? Unless you got someone like Senku with you, there's really no point. Like, what can you honestly say you can contribute to this new Stone Age? I can build a PC. Maybe, build a Lego castle, or, I can build a spear. Yeah, thinking about it actually, I really can't live without my phone, so if you don't mind. So now if you've reached the part of the video where I remind everyone to subscribe to the channel, because it really does help out a ton, and I really want to make it my career to entertain you guys with my content. And so if you've already subbed, I really do appreciate it. And if you want to support me directly, I do have a Patreon where I upload all my videos uncensored and a day earlier than on YouTube. So with that all being said, I'll see y'all next time.